Hey everybody, welcome to MindOfAChampionSports.com videos again. This is Lyndon. Today we are discussing an incredibly powerful factor in athletics. Teams that have this frequently overcome their opponents like a flood. It can turn the tide in any game and for either team. Great teams have been beaten by lesser teams because of it. Championships have been won and lost due to it. The good news is, it is something that you can influence. A single person can get this started, and it can spread through the entire team, the coaches, and through the entire stadium of fans. I'm talking about momentum. Now, I got a story to tell you. When I was in the Marine Corps, I played on an indoor volleyball team in a league that we had on base. We had gone through the early matches in the season with little to no competition. We easily won all the matches we played, and were never in much jeopardy of losing. Late in the season, we played against a team who beat us in the first game of the match, and in the second game of a three-set game, they were stringing together a run of about 5 or 6 consecutive points against our team. It was not looking good for us. Since we rotated players out on each side out, I had rotated out of the game and was forced to sit and watch my team get point after point scored on us. At first, my guys started getting frustrated, and then they started getting actually upset at each other for making mistakes. But after giving away about 4 or 5 straight points, they started to get that deer in the headlights look on their faces. You know, the one where their eyes are starting to bug out, their mouths are dropped open slightly, their skin was turning pale as the blood was rushing from their faces. Every player on the court was experiencing that queasy feeling in the pit of their stomach that you get when something bad is happening and you don't know what to do about it. Our perfect season was slipping away. The other team had all the momentum, and it seemed that there was very little hope of stopping them. Now, more on this story in a minute. So what is momentum? How does it affect the game? And how can we influence or control it? First one is, what is momentum? Momentum is not some fickle, intangible thing that comes and goes as it pleases, of which we are completely at its mercy. Momentum is based on emotion. In fact, it is the culmination of all the positive emotions and feelings of a group of people. Basically, when the players, coaches, and fans start feeling good, getting excited, and expecting positive results, their combined emotions well up into a powerful and often overwhelming force that becomes very tangible to everyone. This force can turn the tide of a game. When a team has momentum on their side, everything starts to go their way. Shots begin to fall, goals begin to be scored, turnovers are forced, the ball seems to bounce in their favor. Everything seems to be working for the team with momentum. The team without the momentum feels like they are being run over by a train. They feel helpless. They feel that the other team is unstoppable, and no matter what they try, they can't do anything right. So, momentum is little more than positive emotion. When players start having positive emotion, they start playing better, and things start to go their way. The other team senses the shift, and they start playing worse. If left unchecked, momentum will swing, and the team it swings against will be crushed. Now, momentum is a game changer. 1 minute, the game can be favoring one team, and in the next moment, momentum can change and everything starts to happen for the other team. Many games have been won and lost due to changes in momentum. So this leads us to our next question. What do you do to create momentum for your team? The awesome news is this. You can influence and sometimes even control momentum. Since it's based on positive emotions, you can control it by developing positive emotions in yourself, your coaches, teammates, and fans. Now here are a couple very effective ways to do this. Number 1, develop a success chain. This is the most powerful form of influencing momentum because it's real, factual, and based on actual successes. Focus on stringing together little successes. Intentionally identify them and praise your players or teammates for their successful performances. When a player does something right and they receive praise for it, they feel good, and the first success link in the chain has been created. When they have another success that is praised, the second link is created. The more success they have, the longer and stronger their success chain becomes. The bigger and stronger their success chain is, the better they feel about themselves and the more they expect to be successful in their next attempt. The success chain then becomes like a powerful force, pulling them forward to their next success. Momentum has been created, and it is contagious to the rest of the team and fans. But you have to watch out, because a single failure can shatter the success chain, causing an athlete to lose their confidence and decrease their level of performance. Now, coaches and team captains have a huge responsibility at this point. They can dramatically influence the psychology of their team, A, by focusing on the success and de-emphasizing the failures, and B, by increasing the focus level of their team, which improves performance, increases the number of successes, and decreases the number of failures. So, let's talk about focusing on success that a leader will do for their team. How to get focused on success. Since we are imperfect people, no matter how many successes we're able to string together, there are going to be some failures mixed in there. Coaches and captains have to get their teammates or players to minimize the failures so that they don't break the success chain. Players who allow themselves to get frustrated with their failures quickly lose their mental control over their success chain and allow their failures to shatter their confidence, which destroys all the momentum that they had built up. Coaches and captains can help their team